Tonight, I'm going in search of the Andromeda Galaxy. I'm gonna hitchhike my way there. Hold on, here comes a car.
Hey, where are you headed?
I'm going to the Andromeda Galaxy.
Jump in.
All right, I got me a ride. I'll see you guys in a minute. Well, that didn't work. That lady just dropped me off at a homeless shelter. So tonight, I'm gonna have to try something different. I'm gonna take this guy right here and we're gonna go searching for Andromeda. Now, this is the first time I've taken the Esprit 120 ED out in search of deep sky objects. I did use it to look at the moon. I used it to look at Saturn and Jupiter, but this is my first chance to go for a deep sky object. Now, I did have a chance to take it out for a practice run on Andromeda, and what I did is I didn't have auto guiding working, but I did my 2-star alignment. Now, this thing's pretty awesome because I'm using the Panther TTS-160 mount. You don't need to polar align it. So I just did a 2-star alignment, and then I used the go-to feature to take me to Andromeda, and it worked great. Now, I did have some star trails because I wasn't auto guiding, so tonight I'm going to try auto guiding with this. I think I'm going to get a couple of hours tonight. Let me show you what we're going to start with. So here's the gear I'll be using tonight. I got my yellow power box right there. My computer is all set up with PHD2. I'm going to use that for the auto guiding. I've got the SV Bonnie auto guiding scope right there, which I'm going to be putting on. All of that, of course, on the back of the Esprit 120 ED. And I will be using my Canon EOS-R full frame camera on the back. And what that does is it's going to give me a full frame. And in my test shots, Andromeda fit the screen perfectly with that setup. So that's what we're going to go with. Let me show you over here where our sky is going to look like. Andromeda is going to be coming up right about here at 8 o'clock tonight. And it travels the sky in this direction, straight up over my house. So as you can see, there's nothing above me to block my view. There's no clouds tonight, so I should get a couple of hours on Andromeda. Come with me, let's go see if we can find it. Well, we've just started the process. I put in all the special numbers that this mount requires. Found a internet site that gave me all the info I needed to get this thing set up. You can see right now it's showing you the Andromeda Galaxy through my guide telescope, which is pretty awesome right there. It's doing the calibrating process. That'll take about a minute and then we'll be ready to go. So we are right now aimed up at the Andromeda Galaxy. It just cleared my trees and it is 8:45. So I work tomorrow. We'll see how many hours I'm willing to put in on this. But so far, it's looking pretty incredible. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. If only the PHD2 will give me a good guiding, I'll be all set. So here we go. All right, I'm about 45 minutes into my first session with this mount. And needless to say, I'm incredibly impressed. The line looks good, no problems with the tracking whatsoever. Here's what impressed me the most with this Panther TTS-160. I didn't have to polar align it. So what I did was I did a 2-star alignment. The first star I picked was a planet. I lined it up to Jupiter. And then I lined it up to the top star in Cassiopeia. Can't think of what it is right now. I want to say it's Calf, but I could be wrong. So I did 1 star and 1 planet. Then I did the go-to feature and took it to Andromeda. And I have the EQM35 by Sky Watcher. I've never had the go-to mount get me perfectly centered. This thing here stuck it so smack perfect in the middle, I couldn't believe it. So the Andromeda Galaxy doing the go-to feature was right in the middle of my camera screen. Now we're tracking, and you can see how good the tracking is. It's tracking great. You're not going to be able to get great tracking right out of the box. You're going to have to do a little bit of research. I went online and it showed me the settings to put into PHD2 to get everything lined up perfectly. It took me about 5 minutes to get that taken care of. It took me about 10 minutes to get it all polar aligned and 2-star aligned, and I was ready to go. So pretty incredible. I'm going to do an entire video just on this mount later because really I am incredibly impressed. Now, it's expensive. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have to buy the mount. I'm borrowing it for 1 year. But if you have to purchase the mount, it is quite expensive. But so far, I can't believe how impressed I am with this thing. Tonight I'm doing 1-minute subs. See if you can see it there. There's what it looks like straight in the back of my camera. You can see Andromeda in the middle there. Once it takes the picture in 1 minute, I will show you what it looks like in the back of my camera after it takes a shot. Again, that's the EOS-R, a full frame camera, doing a great job. It was hot today. It was about 104 degrees here at my hometown. It's cooling off now, but boy, it was hot earlier. So we'll see how it goes, but so far, wow. The tracking's incredible. The alignment, super easy. The go-to features, impeccable. So we'll see how it goes. In a few seconds here, I will show you what a single exposure looks like in the back of my camera screen. So there's a single exposure right there. It only stays up for a second, but you can see how bright Andromeda is, even just with a 1 minute exposure on the back of my camera. I'm shooting at 800 ISO. And again, the glass is the incredible Esprit 120 ED by Sky Watcher. I'm excited. This is going to be one great Andromeda Galaxy. Okay, we've finished capturing our subs. It's time for us to come in now and stack our photos. I'm going to show you how to do this with a program called Sequitur. Some people say Sequitur, and I think Sequitur just sounds cool. Sequitur is a free program, so once you've got it open, you come over here to where it says Star Images. These are your light frames. I'm going to open that up, go into my lights, get all of these and bring them in. Then I'm going to go to, well, it's going to automatically pick a base image for me. Just going to go right in the middle of my stack here probably and pick something in the middle. Once it picks that, I'm going to come over here to my noise images. Those are your dark frames. You're going to take your cap, put it on the end of your telescope. You're going to shoot everything in the exact same settings as your light frames. I usually go with 15 of these guys. I think tonight I actually have 16, which is fine. 15's enough. So now I've got my dark frames filled in there. The vignetting images are the same things as flat frames. So I'm going to open those up. And a flat frame, the way you do that is you take a white t-shirt, put it over the end of your telescope, stick it up to a white light, and again use the same settings that you used for your light frames. Now the noise images, those are your dark frames. They're going to take care of some of the noise that's in your photograph. And the vignetting images, what they're going to do is that's the flat frames, and they take care of some of the vignetting on the outer edges. Now you've got to select a place for your output. I'm going to stick these right here in my subs. I'm going to call that Andromeda 3. Name it whatever you want. Make sure it's a TIFF file and then save. Now there's just a few more things that I do. I come down here where it says Composition Align Stars Accumulation. I'll click that. And I'm going to come down here to the bottom. And instead of accumulation, I like to select Best Pixels, drag it all the way to the end here. Really, that's all I do. Now I'm ready to get started. I'm going to hit the start button. It takes about 20 minutes because I have so many subs. Wait for that to take place, and I'll show you what the next step is. Now, once Sequitur has given you a stacked image, I bring it over here into Photoshop. In Photoshop, I'm going to run through the stretching process. I'm also going to take this over into Adobe Lightroom to do some of the coloring, some of the fine tuning. But it's time for us to take a look at my final image of the night. This is my first deep sky image with the Esprit 120 ED.